So when did you hear about this, Sir John?
As soon as the market closed.
And there's no doubt that Ken Masters has sold all his wealth and shares to Charles?
None whatsoever, I'm afraid. It'll be official in a day or so. Now, this puts you in a very delicate position, my dear. Of course, there's no means of knowing how the small blocks of shares will vote, but there's more than a possibility that you'll be outgunned.
But Charles is Ken's sworn enemy. Why on earth would he sell to him, of all people?
Greed. Or else an offer he can't refuse, which comes to the same thing.
Such as?
There's not much point in speculating, is there? Much better to do your sums. 0.5% will sway it one way or the other.
If only I could get confirmation of that Malta deal.
Just as well you found him when you did, Mrs. Howard.
Well, actually, I wasn't the one who found him.
Don't you worry. As soon as we've pumped him out, he'll be as right as rain. Until, I suppose, the next time, that is.
I'm sorry?
Why do they do it? Legally, it's not even a crime these
days.
Do
what?
Surely...
I mean, what's happened?
I'm sorry. I thought you knew. Overdose. Sleeping pills.
Oh, my God. How could he?
Afraid I can't help you there. I only deal with the body, not the mind.
When can I see him?
Best wait until morning.
No, Bill. You go past the Needles and straight through the Portland Race. I've checked the tides.
Who's going past the Needles?
You happen to know a quicker way to get a Guernsey?
Try reading the rules, Jack. We go east, round the Isle of Wight.
Oh. Who dreamt up that bloody silly idea then?
Charles Freer, of course. After all, it's his plat, and he wants to present it in daylight, not in the small hours of the morning.
Yeah, after all the publicity you can get, is he?
I can't say I blame him. Okay, here comes the governor.
I heard that, Bill. I thought you were going to stow all the stores.
I have.
So what's in the carrier bag?
That's the food.
And the cardboard boxes?
That's the booze.
Jack, you're crossing the English Channel, not the doldrums.
Oh, excuse me. Jack Roll speaking, Mermaid Yacht.
Where'd he get that from?
He's been reading the Sunday supplements.
Yes, okay, yeah. I'll be right over. Okay, bye. Never had a touch with one of these, Bill. Even use them on a boat.
Funny thing, that. I thought most people went sailing to get away from telephones.
I'll leave the storing of the victuals to you then, Vanessa, okay? Won't be long.
Now, I wonder what that was all about.
Well, he's on his way. Yeah. Although I can't help feeling he's stringing us along. I mean, do you really think he'd actually sell Mermaid Yacht? For the amount of money I'm prepared to offer, I think it's possible.
So, how are you feeling?
Oh. How do you think I feel?
Ashamed?
Yeah, I do feel ashamed. And I feel guilty.
So you damn well should. Have you any idea what you've done to me?
I am sorry.
Sorry? It's a word, that's all sorry is, a bloody word!
What do you want me to do? Put on sackcloth and ashes?
Look, I don't understand it, and how you could think of doing...
That is the whole point. You do not understand. You have never understood how I think or how I feel.
Are you trying to justify what you did? You're trying to switch the blame onto me, is that what you're trying to do?
Shut up! You shut up and you listen! Now, do you want to know what happened in that room back there, do you?
Yes.
Have you ever been in that tunnel and no matter which way you look, you can't see any way out? And you, for God's sake, do not tell me I wasn't being rational.
I would have stood by you.
All I could see, it was my mess, not yours.
It was ours.
It was mine. Kent would have dragged you down with me. And everything that you have worked for your entire life would have been destroyed for me.
You are saying that you think my business is more important to me than our relationship? Did you not once stop to think what your death would have done to me?
You would have gotten over it.
This is the hotel, is it?
Mm-hmm. Complete with conference centre and business suites on the 6th floor. And then there's a ballroom, function room, restaurant, a lounge, reading room, and 2 bars on the ground floor. And beneath all that, a complete sports complex. Gymnasium, sauna, swimming pool, squash courts, the usual.
Now, my concern is, how many boats will the marina take?
200 exclusive berths.
Repair facilities?
Up for tender. Yes, restrict all repairs to the one boatyard. 200 potential customers should bring in quite a bit of business.
You know, you two are a great double-act.
We call it teamwork.
How far have you got with planning? I mean, I don't want to waste my time on something that might not happen.
Wasting time's not a habit of mine, Jack.
So you've been given the nod, then? All you need is land. My land.
Well, isn't that why you're here?
Go on, then. Surprise me.
£3.5 million.
3.5 million.
Well, I think Simon can deal with that one, because that's a Henderson contract.
Okay.
Ugh, file that one. And I... What the hell do you think you're doing here? I thought I told you never... Bastard.
You listen, you had that coming a long time. And you listen to me. I don't give a damn what you do to me, but this concerns Jan, and that is different. Leave it! This is your last one. You call off this smear campaign, I'll have so many police in here, you'll never sit down.
That's a bluff. You've got nothing on me and you know it.
All the same, Ken, I don't think we ought to put it to the test, do you?
It's got nothing to do with you, Laura.
If it concerns this company, it has everything to do with me.
You back off.
Well, well, well. You do seem to have an unfortunate habit of making enemies, don't you?
If I do, I have a way of dealing with them. Permanently. You'd do well to remember that.
I do hope that isn't meant as a threat, Ken.
Oh, no. Just a word of advice, that's all.
What a pity. Leisure Cruise has such potential.
Yes. Yes, I know, Laura. That's why I invested in it in the first place.
Such an understanding man, your uncle.
Yes, he is, isn't he?
Hasn't changed a bit.
Did everything go well?
Oh, yes. Very well.
Well, that is good news, isn't it? See you later.
Hello.
All right.
Are you very attached to that door?
No.
Hold me, please. Where have you been?
Tidying up some unfinished business.
The hydrofoil leaves at 3.
Well, we got a lot of work to do then, man.
We?
Yeah, come on.
We?
Do you think he will?
Oh, I don't know. He's in a very funny mood at the moment.
When isn't he?
I'll tell you this, Avril. If he does sell that yard, he's going to be facing one very angry lady. I'm not even sure if I'd want to know him anymore.
Well, don't forget, he's also got me to contend with.
In that case, he doesn't stand a chance, does he? Now, what about the battle for Elton? How's it going?
Well, I've scraped together all the reserves I can. But if this motion of no confidence is put to the vote, I'm going to lose.
Are you sure?
Yes.
By much?
Narrow margin. It's not the point, is it? I'll still lose.
Well, miracles do sometimes still happen.
Then I better start praying a little bit harder. Oh, what news of Tom and the J class is bringing back?
According to Jack, he should be halfway to Gibraltar by now.
Oh, look at the time. Do you mind if we eat now?
Right. Another business appointment.
Had a call from Laura. Wouldn't say what it was about, but it sounded very mysterious.
Ken! What the hell do you think you're doing here? This jetty's out of bounds. Especially to you.
I've just been having a look at your new boat. I have to say I'm very unimpressed.
Would outclass anything you've got to offer?
You've got to be joking.
Want to put it to the test?
I'm not entering for the World Championships this year.
Neither am I.
What are you suggesting?
1 against 1, long distance. Why don't we tie in with a chance for a cup? And with a Guernsey?
Refuel halfway?
Sure.
You're on. Publicity?
As much as you like. Relton against leisure cruise.
You're going to regret this, lad.
Maybe. Right, found the problem? Kate! Kate, what the hell do you think you're up to?
Oh, hello, Jack. I do want you to meet Mr. Godfrey. He's on the
District Council, yes, yes. I know all about Mr. Godfrey. What are you doing here, then?
I was showing him round. You see, apart from being on the District Council, he is also a very prominent member of our local preservation society.
Is he really? Is he really? Well, I suggest, Kate, if you want to preserve yourselves right, you better leave my yard now. Right now.
He has such charm, Mr. Godfrey. Come along. Goodbye, Jack.
Well, what do you think of her? I'm impressed. I'm sure she'll sell well.
But I can't believe you brought me all the way out here just last night.
No, but it's delightfully private, isn't it? Far from prying eyes.
So, this little excursion is for business. Not a pleasure trip for old friends.
I think we're entitled to a modicum of pleasure, don't you?
Laura, can we get to the point? I've got masses of work back at the office.
Like an urgent telex to Sabio Fernandez, perhaps?
Perhaps.
How's it looking? We're still holding. Good. No, I'll hang on. Is there any movement on Relton? Well, there wasn't when I last checked at 11.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Freer, but Sir Johnny's here to see you.
Show him in, please, Fiona. Well, I'm dead. No. Get back to me as soon as possible. Relton have gone up 4. Well, what the hell's caused that? Well, at the moment, I've no idea.
Let's find out.
Yeah, calm down. I've done my sums. I know where our votes are coming from, and you have a clear majority. By now, Avril should know that, too. Don't you worry. When that motion is put, Relton will be yours again.
Yeah, providing nobody's changed their mind.
John, good to see you.
I just dropped in as I was passing because I thought you'd like to hear some good news.
Well, that's always welcome.
Well, I've been doing some ferreting around, and it concerns a mutual friend of ours, one Kenneth Masters.
What's he done? Shot himself?
Well, figuratively speaking, yes, he has, in the foot. You see, it appears that your father got wind of the fact that you were no longer interested in the Malta project.
Well, now, how on earth did that happen?
Yes, it is strange the way news gets around, isn't it? Well, anyway, as soon as he heard that you were no longer interested, he said that he was no longer interested.
Well, I wonder if Ken's had the glad tidings yet.
Knowing your father, I very much doubt it.
Well, I wonder who's taken his place at the table.
Well, they do say that Alan Rockwell is very much interested. Maybe only a rumour, of course. Now then, is there any development on this mermaid project?
Oh, I'd say things are looking really rather hopeful at the moment.
Oh, good.
Successful trip? Oh, yes. That was a very useful piece of information you rooted out there, Vicky.
Good. And was your client in the mood for doing business?
Laura!
Oh, I've been with a client, have I? Thank you.
Laura, where the devil have you been?
Oh, Ken, you actually missed me. I feel quite flattered.
I have salesmen to demonstrate those boats. It is not your job.
Well, it was a very special client. Anyway, what's all the fuss about?
Publicity. I want you to start working it right away. I've just created a golden opportunity to get one over on Relton.
How?
A powerboat race. Hamburg Guernsey, 2 boats, Leo and me. Relton against leisure cruise.
Now, hold on a minute, Ken. I hear they have a very fast boat. What if we lose?
Not a chance. Leo thinks he's racing against last year's boat.
Well, aren't we?
I've just been talking to Stan on the new boat. He's fitting even larger turbo boosters.
Surely that'll mean an increase in fuel consumption.
Oh, give me credit, Laura. I'm fitting larger tanks.
But Ken, that's going to make the boat even heavier.
Since when have you been an expert in powerboat racing?
I was voicing my opinion. I thought as a director of this company that was expected of me.
In my company, when I want advice, I'll ask for it.
Oh, you've been asking for it for a long time, Ken.
The fact is, you agreed to this challenge without even bothering to consult me, Leo, and that's what really annoys me.
You weren't here. Anyway, I thought I was supposed to be head of the powerboat division.
You are. But the result of this race reflects on the whole of the company.
Well, I sincerely hope it does. We could do with a few winners. Isn't that why you went to Blue Ribbon and Barracuda for the Freer Cup?
Yes, but I wasn't so idiotic as to put out a press release boasting about how confident I was.
Trust me, Avril, I can beat Ken. And if you can win the cup as well, just think of the publicity for Relton Marine.
You've got a very short memory, Leo. I promised Tom and Jan that your racing days were over.
I'm not a teenager.
I'm sorry, but if Jan says no, you can scrub the 14th.
Have you told Tom about this offer yet?
Yeah, last time we spoke.
And?
Against it.
Well, I'm not surprised. And you know what Averil's going to say, don't you?
Yeah, that's why I'd like you to be there.
Why me? I wouldn't back you up.
Things might be different if you were Mrs. Roth.
I beg your pardon.
Just thinking out loud.
Oh, for one awful moment it sounded like a proposal.
What do you mean? Awful.
Well, I can't imagine a man with your sense of tradition being so casual over such an important moment in a woman's life.
Vanessa, you've lost me.
Jack, there are times when I wish I'd never found you.
I'm trying to get a level for sound. I'm working on this spot, all right? Now, what do you want now? Five?
What? I can't hear. No, do be careful of those pictures. They're valuable.
Please?
Yes. Thank you. Damn, there's absolute chaos. Is it always like this?
No, it's usually a lot worse. It's going rather smoothly, actually.
Fool me. James seems rather quiet. Is he all right?
Yes, of course he is.
Just wondered.
Oh, Lord, can you believe it? You do what you think you're doing.
Dad, you've got something unique here. 200 years this yard's been in business. I'm talking about tradition.
Oh, that's bloody marvellous, isn't it? I mean, there you are, mass-producing plastic boats by the dozen, and you have the gall to talk to me about tradition.
I'm talking about continuity, actually, and integrity, if you like. Vanessa's family built high-quality boats at Relton. I am doing the same thing. The only thing that's changed are the materials.
Listen, Avril, I'm not suggesting we stop building boats. We do it somewhere else. And with the money we get from this site, we can afford to buy the best.
You're not going to get my vote, and I'm pretty certain you're not going to get Tom's either.
That's the point. This J-class boat Tom's bringing back be the biggest job we've ever taken on. Where are you going to find a yard that'll handle that in time?
Relton.
You're joking!
Well, what's wrong with that? You got plenty of land and plenty of water frontage. I'll buy it off you.
Dad, you're crazy! And apart from anything else, it might not be me you're having to deal with.
Oh, Charlie Freer, it's simple. I'll make the land part of the deal.
You're even beginning to think like him now.
Have you any idea how much setting up this new yard is going to cost?
Not yet, no.
You could be in for a shock.
Okay. You've all had your say. No. Oh, I'm sorry, Bill. I'm sorry. The floor's all yours.
Nobody's said anything about Tarrant yet. I live and work here. Same as most of the lads. Same as you all do. This place is a community, and as far as I'm concerned, the Mermaid Yard is part of it. It's like the church and the pub. I mean, what I'm saying is this hotel and marina, they may be all right. I don't belong here.
Very well put, then.
Yes.
It's a valuable point, though. All right, we've thrown it about a bit. Let's think about it. I've got to get that boat ready.
Just proves he can be reasonable.
Yeah. That doesn't happen very often.
Well, find out who they are, will you? Yeah, thanks for calling.
Trouble?
I'm not sure. There's more shares have changed hands in the past 24 hours than the past 2 months.
Well, surely that's a sign of confidence.
What?
In the company.
Yeah. Yes, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. There's something going on. I can feel it.
Oh, that is wonderful news. Thank you for all your hard work, Jonathan. Bye.
Ah, there you are. I thought you were going to give me a hand with the boat.
Later. Won't be long.
Where are you off to?
Shopping.
Shopping?
Yes. How on earth did you do it?
Oh, we picked up a few shares here and there.
A few? You're talking about nearly 1%. Do you realise this would make all the difference?
Well, I certainly hope it will, otherwise I wouldn't have gone to all the trouble.
Thank you.
I just happen to think you're very good news for Relton.
You've got a sizable stake in the company now.
Yes, I have, and I consider it one of my better investments.
This idea of Dad's.
Buying land off Relton, you mean?
Yes.
No connection whatsoever. The first I heard of it was this morning.
Good. It wouldn't have worked, you know.
Well, of course it wouldn't. A public company, the managing director selling assets to her father.
Have you told him yet?
Expect him to think about two things at the same time. Good Lord, no. Get this race over first. I'll see you on the water.
Vanessa, thank you again. Thanks from Malta.
Looks like we got a race in our hands.
Ask her to come in, would you please, Fiona? Avril's on her way in. Under a flag of truce, perhaps?
Morning, Gerald.
Good morning, Avril.
Charles.
Well, this is an unexpected pleasure. Coffee?
Yeah, thanks. Won't be staying long. I have to get ready for the race.
Well, that's right, of course. You've entered Blue Ribbon, haven't you? Stand a good chance, do you think?
I never enter a race if I don't think I can win it. Strange of you to ask, Charles. Thought you knew me better.
Pity you don't apply the same principles in business.
Ah, that means you're going ahead with a vote of no confidence.
Mm-hmm. Goes to press this afternoon.
Followed by individual letters to all shareholders.
If only you'd been prepared to talk and listen, none of this need have happened.
Pity. I had hoped you would have changed your mind.
Bit late for that now, I'm afraid.
Oh, well. Then you won't be interested in this fax I've just received from Malta.
It really doesn't make any difference, you know. We have all the votes we need.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Don't try to bluff me, Avril. Won't work.
If you want to lose face, that's your own affair. But I think I ought to tell you, just so that you get your sums right. I can now count on another 1%. See you in Guernsey.
You really think she's bluffing? I have a horrible feeling she isn't.
When did you hear? She just rang now.
What's all this, a hen party?
That's right, Ken. How did it go?
Oh, absolutely fantastic. Leo hasn't got a chance. I want you in Guernsey tomorrow.
What for?
Oh, to welcome home the winner, of course. I'm just going to get out of this gear.
I think I'm going to take a magnum of champagne with me tomorrow. How else does one celebrate a victory?
To go, Bill. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. Go!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the autumn collection of Howard Brook.
Get on, quick. Down your bars. Fine, it's ready. Relax,
Have fun.
relax.
Have they gained on us?
Oh, they're about a mile astern.
If we fall behind, they could win on handicap.
No way will they catch us up.
Hey, listen, who's cooking?
I'm not absolutely certain. Wait and see, Stu. Oh, go on, get back to the cockpit.
Yes, ma'am.
absolutely thrilled.
That is wonderful. Congratulations.
It's wonderful for both of us.
Everything packed?
Yes. No thanks to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just, wanted to be on my own for a while.
It's becoming a bit of a habit.
I love looking out at the sea. Gives me, just want to get on a boat and just go out there and find something.
I see.
You ever feel like that?
No. No, I'm happy to see things through. I should have known this about you a long time ago. You don't want to settle down, do you?
Is that what you want?
Yes. I don't go looking for escape routes.
Is that what you think I'm doing?
You've done it all your life. Run away.
What do you want from me? You want a guarantee?
I don't want to wake up one morning and find you've gone. I want you to make a commitment.
I have. And I'm here.
I want to believe you. I love you so. So very, very much. And I need you. I need you here with me. But you're not, are you? You're out there somewhere. That's what hurts.
Barracuda, masthead waterline, 58 feet?
That's it, yeah.
Right. We're under half a mile and we're gaining.
What do you reckon? We've been 3 minutes up. Well, let's keep it that way. Come on, let's go. But we're not full yet. There's plenty.
How long did it take to refuel? 30 seconds. What? Well, then they couldn't have... Right, now we push it hard, flat out. Give me everything you've got, okay? Come on, come on.
Trust Charles to arrive in his new toy.
Yeah, he would have to be first, wouldn't he?
It won't go any faster by watching it.
Vanessa, this is the second time of asking. Are you going to marry me? Look, I'm even down on my knees.
Best place for you.
Well,
Are you going to sell the yard?
what sort of answer is that?
Well, are you?
Oh. I'll have to think about that one first.
Good idea. I'll do the same.
Oh.
Well, this shouldn't take long. Thanks very much. I'll see you later. Yes, come in, Mr. Laselle. Abby, this is Mr. Laselle. Mrs. Hudson. Would you like to sit down?
Thank you.
Can I get you coffee or...
Oh, no, thank you. In fact, before I fly back, I have another meeting in London, so if you don't mind, perhaps we can get right down to it.
Good of you to spare us the time.
Now then, Mrs. Hudson, as you are aware, I'm here specifically at the request of your husband.
I don't believe that for a minute.
If this meeting is to serve any purpose, Mr. Laselle, I think we should put our cards on the table. You are here on the express instructions of Orrin's father.
No, in point of fact, if Mr. Hudson Sr. had his way, this meeting wouldn't be taking place at all.
Oh, you're trying to tell me that Orrin and his father have fallen out?
What does it matter?
I think motives are always important, Mrs. Hudson. In view of your present condition, your husband has gone out of his way to spare you the trauma and embarrassment of appearing in court.
Yes, thank you for the lecture. Now, what about my son?
Well, now, providing the divorce is uncontested, your husband is willing to make a settlement of $1 million.
Okay, and I get with...
The boy remains with his father.
No, he does not!
No, that's quite out of the question.
However, once he has achieved the age of 14...
14?
Access will be allowed, providing the boy requests it himself.
Better poison his mind against me by then.
No, this is totally unacceptable. William is not for sale. Abby must have custody, and we will fight you all the way to get it.
I strongly advise you against that. You'll lose.
I don't think so. I think it'll be your client who loses. If this case goes to court, Orrin can say goodbye to any thoughts he's got of a political career, and I think he knows it. You may not be aware, Mr. Laselle, but while he was over here, he actually committed a robbery. Well, now, how is that going to...
Hang on. Look, this is not about legal games. This is about my son. This is about William. All this talk and neither even know him. I fed him. I nursed him when he was sick. I'm his mother. I love him. And nobody has the right to steal him.
Okay, if that's the way you want to play it. But I must warn you, we will prove that you are not a fit mother to even have a child.
How?
The facts are that you deliberately abandoned your son. And despite repeated requests, you stubbornly refused to go back and care for that little boy.
It's not true.
And then what happened? You came back here to Britain. And practically the first thing that you did was to have an affair.
Oh, God.
Was that a loving, caring mother? And when you appear in court, carrying your lover's child, you'll be sure to win a lot of sympathy.
All right, that's enough. Get out.
And what kind of loving, caring mother is it that even considers having an abortion?
That's not fair. That is not fair.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this opportunity, if I may, of saying a very, very big thank you to all of you who have helped in so many different ways to make this Charles Freer Cup race a resounding success. Maybe the first of many more to come. Well, as you can see, the committee have now worked out the handicaps, and I am delighted to announce the winner of this, the first Charles Freer Cup race, is Miss Avril Rolfe in Blue Ribbon.
Thank you very much, Charles.
And in second place... Leo. Come with me. What? Don't ask questions. Do as I say now. Come on.
Absolutely wonderful. Congratulations. James? James? Should be up there. Yes. And I'm sorry that our sponsor, Mr. Charles Freer, has been called away. James!
Just let me go, Jan.
No.
You knew it would happen one day.
Not like this.
It's easier this way. I love you.
Very funny. Very funny indeed.
Yes, it is. Because you not only lost the race, you've also lost your company.
What the hell are you talking about?
Leisure Cruise is no longer yours.
I'm so damn stupid.
With Sir Alan and Vicky's support, I now have a majority holding. And you didn't know anything about it. Too busy putting the boot in elsewhere.
I don't believe you.
You better believe it, because I want you out of that office first thing Monday morning.
You double-dealing little bitch.
Flat.
You don't think I'm just going to sit around and take all this, do you?
There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. You're out. Finished. Here, have the dregs.
That company's mine. I built it up from nothing. I'll get it back. You'll see.
Wouldn't happen if I'd been there. What? What did the doctors say? They've done the best they can. It just depends on her will to live. What about the baby? They managed to save it.